Hi, my name is Vijay and welcome back to this course again. And today we are going to learn very important topic which is subqueries. So there are two types of subqueries. Why do we need subqueries? What is a subquery? So subquery is basically a query inside the another query, maybe a small set. So we need a table, let's say we need some data from some table, but we also need some part of the data from some other table, but we can't join it, and we only need in some part, maybe in where condition, maybe in the select statement, but we don't want to join it. We just need it for some information from the some other table. So in case of when we required a little bit information from other tables or other related tables, we use subqueries. So there are two types of subqueries. One is scalar, which returns the single value. Second is which returns as a table, more than one column, more than one row. So there are two types of subqueries. So quickly let's see that advantages and few things in the document. A query inside the another query, nested query, that is nothing but a subquery. There are two types, scalar and table subqueries. So basically scalar is nothing but whenever you heard that word scalar, we are going to use this in function also. So whenever you use this word, it means single value. Okay. Table means it's going to return more than one column, more than one row in a more number of rows. So it's a table, it's going to return the table. Okay. Now, if you break down in the syntax wise, how it looks same as how our normal query looks. Select statements from class, where class if it is needed, and we put brackets around it. When we start, we put open brackets, and then we end, we put a close brackets. Then how do we relate it? Either we relate it from inside or in a where condition, or we apply giving alias and we try to join, join the alias with another table, table A and table B. Okay, so let's see one basic examples quickly. So the syntax is select column 1, column 2 from table where column name in. Now here after in operator we are using open bracket and we are writing select list of values that will be coming from this column from the table name where somewhere conditions, column name less than or equal to or something. So what we are trying to refer here is that this is how a subquery can be used in a where class. Let's see that example. Yeah, let's see that example. Before that, let's also see what is the best practice when you create subqueries. You need to make sure how many number of subqueries you are writing in your main query. So it will impact the SQL engine to perform the optimizations, perform finding your query path, query plan to work the best for your query, right? So make sure that you specify less subqueries. Okay. Make sure that you use efficient way also. What is that efficient way? Efficient way is sometimes we don't need a subquery. Sometimes that can be done using joining another table with a left join or right join or something, and it can be done. It can be much more sufficient enough. Sometimes, sometimes developer doesn't understand. Still, he or she uses subquery. It can be replaced with inner join. So inner join works much faster. Why? Because anyway it's a row by row operation, and if we are putting a burden on running some set of another query in a nested query, and we are giving a burden to the parent query, that child query is running n number of times, referring whatever connection they have. So this is not good. Instead of that, use join. Okay, third thing is rewriting subqueries. Instead of, as I just said, find out your best possible ways. See, this is the real example. Select star from orders where order ID equal to this. In select order ID from order details where product ID is 77. It means this query, let's understand this query in. Hi. Now let's understand the use of subqueries and correlated subqueries. So we have heard this and understood the theory part. Now let's see directly with the live examples. For that, you need a SQL script which you need to run in your local database that will create few tables and one database. So you just need to run. You don't need to worry about it. After that, what I'm giving and showing you, you will be able to run those. It's table script. Okay, so let's see that. Before we actually get into that, let's understand or see these three tables. So let me explain you quickly so that we are going to play with them with many examples. So it's better let's understand them. With a very simple example is there is a customers. There is a customer tables. What is a customer? Just consider any customer, Amazon. For Amazon, we are the customers, right? And then we browse through all the products and something, and then we place an order. In our order, we say, okay, we want item number 1, item number 2, item number 3. We need 3 items, but it put all the items into one particular checkout box or one particular cart and say, okay, maybe they are the different sellers, but you wanted to buy them together. So for Amazon, you placed one order. Under one order, you have a 3 product 1, product 2, product 3. So I hope everybody has done this in their life. So just considering in one checkout or one payment, in one or placing an order, we are placing the 3 orders. They may belong to different sellers, different cities. But for Amazon, we are just one customer and we just want few things. We don't care how it comes. So just now think about the same structure on the database side. Customer, then there is an order table and there is an order details. So customer tables hold the customer information. Customer place an order, order table. Now order table has detailed information how many items has been placed for that particular order. Now the same example. Why I'm explaining this example? Until you won't understand the theoretical part of anything, of any subject matter or of any subject areas, then you won't be able to solve the problem using the subqueries, correlated subqueries and joins. So you need to understand theoretically. On YouTube and Google, people are just explaining what is subquery and how to use it and syntax and everything. This is not how it should work. You should be logically clear what is your intention, what information you are trying to fetch. Okay, so let's see it again. You go to a coffee shop, it's just in a cafe, you order cold coffee, maybe hot coffee, some snacks, some cookies, some green teas or something. You order 2-3 things. You place an order. Now your order ID is given as a 101. 101 is given to you as a tag saying that, okay, 101 order is in progress, in process. So you are a wait of 20 minutes, okay? Once your 20 minutes are over, somebody from the counter says, hey, 101, or maybe it takes your name, but inside there is a tag of order number. Okay, now in this particular order, maybe McDonald's or maybe whichever Burger King or wherever you go, right? So when your order comes, in your plate, you have 2-3 things, burger, coffee, hot coffees, chocolates, whatever you need, right? So you have tons of item into one particular order, which they considering you as a one order. But there are 4 products. You are the customer, you are going to a cafe and then maybe a burger store or something, and then you are ordering multiple items. Think about as a SQL developer, how this thing has to be organized. If you are a SQL developer of that burger company, then you will be creating these 3 tables, minimum these 3 tables. So it's an opportunity. First, let's understand, get familiar with our business data, how our business is dealing, what entities we have. Once you become comfortable with the entities in your given business or whatever project you are going to do, it becomes very easy for you to join any tables, to do subquery, correlated subqueries, anything. Okay, so let's quickly see. Let's understand. So first, I'll see order table. Order table, you can say 1048. So there is a one primary key. Order ID is a primary key. Which is the customer who placed the order? 85 is the customer ID. Maybe some customer. And who is the employee? Employee ID is nothing but the person who is the staff and preparing the order for that customer. Somebody need to serve, right? So somebody is cooking or doing something and somebody is preparing that particular customer's order. So that's an employee or staff ID. when was the order placed, when was we have to deliver, what is the ship, when we shipped it, if it is a long 3 days order delivery, okay. Other informations are not important. See, what is this table? This is a order details. So if you see here, just focus on this row, 10248 order ID, having 3 orders. How many? 3. So try to understand. Once you understand logically in your mind the table structure, entities, and column names, now writing a joins and SQL queries is a piece of cake. Okay. Okay. So now you see for 10248, which is a primary key of order table here. In order detail, we have 3 rows. Why? Because there are different products. Just now we understood, right? Hot coffee, chocolate, or green tea, or burger, something, right? So this guy, for this particular order, 10248, for the 85 customer ID, this guy has 3 orders, has placed 3 orders. 12 quantity, 10 quantity, and 5 quantity. And these are the unit prices, right? So his bill will be based on that. Okay. Also see the customers. What's the customer table? It's very simple. It only holds the information about the customer name, phone number, email ID, and city, and whatever, email IDs and everything, right? Okay, that's it. Now you are comfortable with these 3 tables. So let's get into understanding joins and subqueries and correlated subqueries. Okay. Okay. So now here I have written a different section here. We have seen in our document also. So here it's a select star from sales.orders. Here we are saying where order ID from sales.orders where product ID equal to 77. Wherever in order details we have a product ID 77. Maybe 77 refers to a burger, let's say. Now whoever customers, whatever orders contain the 77 product ID, which is nothing but a burger. So business is interested to see if a customer or a order table, how many order include this product. They just want to know those orders only. Okay. So for that, we put select star from sales order where order ID in, because we use in operator when there are multiple values, we have to compare with this side and another side, right? So for the, let's say this side is one value. Now here what we are comparing after the in operator, there can be multiple 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here it is a 1. So it has to match out of 5 one of the thing. So when the inside query or the child query is returning more data, that time we have to use in operator, because we are comparing in more than one. It's not equal to, otherwise it have been equal to. So now we know why we have used in. After that, this is how you write subqueries. Select order ID from sales.order details where product ID equal to 77. Okay. Perfect. Let me run that. Let me little zoom in, zoom out. So you can see it. Okay, so here you can see, there is a output. Okay. So these orders, if you see how many rows, 38 rows. How many rows we are able to get? There are 38 orders, but before that, let me show you again how many rows this particular table has. This table has 830. You can see on the bottom, this side, I'm moving my cursor around it, 830. Out of 830, there are 38 customers who has 77 as a product. So when we need some information, this is how we can write a subquery inside after the where class, comparing a where class. So this is one of the way. Let's see another way. The another way is another way of using a subquery. So I just want in order details table, one side is the order and how many order details. Means order details nothing but which holds the information at the product level. 1, 2, 3. One product, another 2 product, something. So detail information is holding in order details. So we just want to know the order tables, and total number of order tables has the row beside it. Sometimes we just need, maybe we need to have it divided by something or do. in that case, this is how we can also write aggregated subqueries, something like that, you see. Okay, select star from sales dot order details. I'm just giving as an alias, so let's see it. Now you see, okay. Now you see here, at the end, there is a column has been added. What it does, it says total order details. What total order details? Just a simple count. It's a simple count of order details, but our main table is orders. So we need orders data, plus we need something aggregated that also can be used in a subquery, in select statement. This is an example of a select statement. Previous example was how to use a subquery in where condition. Okay, so now let's see. Now, sometimes we need information in terms of related data. So we want to make a relationship between two tables, but we don't want to join it. There is some problem, or there is something that we don't want it. We don't want matching data or common data. We just want to keep it separate. We just want something. So in that case, how do we relate? How do we connect from one table to another table when they have a relationship, but we don't want to define that relationship using a join? In that case, we use correlated subqueries. The correlated subqueries also work same as join, same as you can say cross apply or outer apply, but here instead of on condition, in join we write join table A, table B on A equal to ID, B equal to ID. In correlated subqueries, we write based on the where condition. So where condition is going to match between parent and child. So let's see it. So let's see the correlated. Now here, this time, this is why I gave you this example, just to show you this query doesn't make sense. Just now what we ran, right? We are just getting the total number of counts from the sales.order details. What we'll do with that, right? Now we are trying to face the related information. Now we are saying we know for each and every order how many product it has in order details. We wanted to know. We have 830 orders, or yeah, we'll see that. And out of that, how many product each order has. We wanted to count that. So let's see how we can do that. Okay, let me run this. If you run that, you see this order 10248, you remember? We ran in the starting 10248. It has 3 products. You remember 3 orders, 1, 2, 3 in order details. So now this correlated subquery is able to establish a connection between parent and child. How? Using the where condition. If you see, S belongs to order details, O belongs to order tables. We are saying S.order ID, O.order ID. See how wonderful it is. This is what a better and best example of simplified example of correlated query, which you will never get anywhere. This is a simplified with the productive and business kind of scenario. So this is the best thing that you can understand the correlated subquery. Part 2. In part 2, you can also do a correlated subquery, but using an outer apply. So still we are not using the join, but we want to relate parent and child. What are the other options? The other options is you can say outer apply, select count of star from this, same thing, where condition here. Now the advantage of using the outer apply is you don't need to specify in the select. You have already mentioned the star. It means it's anyway going to come. It's now become a part of table A, join table B. So if you put a star, both the tables columns will come into the result set. Okay. So now I'm not keeping specifically anything in the star. Star means orders plus whatever subqueries you are going to join. So this is a subquery, but it's a part of correlated subqueries. You see, same result, but this time using the outer apply. You see, if you see in the bottom, you see this product, this order ID 11077 65 customer ID has 25 order has been placed under this order. So when you will get this script using the below, you can create these tables and try to see these tables. These are very good tables to play with, joins, play with subqueries. So this is good. Okay, so now you're seeing. Now, instead of using subquery, can we use join? And sometimes we just think that correlated subqueries is a good option, but no, join is the best if you can. If you can solve the problem using the join is the best. Okay, let's see how. And how we can do it, I will explain you when we will learn the advanced concepts like execution SQL plan, query estimation cost, page size, row level, how to store the data. We'll talk, performance side and what is better, which query is better. We'll talk about in the advanced topics. Okay. For now, let's again see. Another way is put a cells.order join. Select, I only need order ID. Select star from order details, s.order ID, o.order ID. Simple. Here in this is my subquery only. But this subquery, I put it inside the join. I fit it. Because I don't need all the columns. What I need, I just need the order ID. So I just pick the order ID in my select query. If I'll join both the tables, then I'm at least I'm inviting all the columns to show up. But I don't want that. So in subquery, we are just specifying the specific columns. Okay. And then you can use something like that. You can say, no, you want all the columns from the order tables, and then you want, you can say, or maybe you can say o.order ID. Okay, and then you can say count of s.order ID. Let's see. And we have to do a group by, right? Otherwise, how count aggregated functions won't work. Please go and watch group by session, which very simplified example if you haven't seen. Okay, see that. You see here, same thing, 10248 bringing us three rows for the order details. You see, same result. And 1011077 has a 25 products. You see how wonderful it is. We have done. Yeah, if you see, again, this is on the top 3 query. And again, you remember, right? We have seen this, then we have seen 3 rows for this orders, and then these are the customer tables, right? So I hope this will give you a good insight to understand subquery, correlated subqueries, and instead of both of them, you can use joins. In join, you can also put subqueries, right? So I hope this will help you to understand, and after that you will not be having a doubt on what is subquery and correlated, and how to alternate way of using a join. So stay tuned with us if you wanted to see more simplified videos like that. Thanks for your support.